So now that mom has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's, as established in video 1, this is more so about what happens once they get diagnosed. What does the world look like? So everyone's processing that she has Alzheimer's, and she's processing. So I think it's very important that, yes, it's sad for the person that that loves the one that's been diagnosed, but at the same time, I would say pause and think about the feelings of the person it is happening to. That is a lot to process when you really think about it, in terms of someone telling you that you have been diagnosed with Alzheimer's, early onset Alzheimer's. Imagine if someone told you that today. Imagine knowing that at some point in time, you are going to forget those around you. You are going to forget those things that are normal to you and I in terms of how we engage with each other, how do we interact with each other, making sense of what people are telling you. All of the above, I am sure my mother thought about, right? And so I know it was not easy for her. And so as the one that's loving for that person, I would say continue to be there for that person. Encourage them. Let them know that you are there for them. I did that repeatedly. I wrote this poem to my mother within 15 days, I believe, of her finding out. And I read it to her on Mother's Day, and to this day, it's still framed. But in that poem, I told her that I would not leave her, no matter what is in store for us, because everyone is different. Alzheimer's has no, there is no template to follow, because everyone goes their own path. Some may forget how to walk. Some may forget how to eat. You don't know at what point that that's going to happen, or if it's even going to happen, right? It's unknown. And so again, I encourage you to support, if you are dealing with someone that has been diagnosed, let them know that you love them and that you will walk this journey with them, because this is a hard pill to swallow for that individual. I remember when my mother, when we followed up with the doctor, I think it was like maybe within 6 months, and Dad and I took her to her medical visit to her neurologist, and he wanted to know how was everything going. And it's uncomfortable. It could be an uncomfortable situation to be in, because he asked her and she could think everything is going fine, but you notice things along the way that she's not really telling the doctor, and you don't know if she just doesn't want to say it or to acknowledge it, or if she just doesn't notice it. So my dad and I, we would tell the doctor things that we noticed, etc. But on that visit, my mother specifically said, I do not want to live with this disease. She was having thoughts, depressing thoughts, in terms of how she didn't want to live with this disease. So you can read between the lines there, right? So it's a hard pill to actually deal with. And at that time, we put her on some medication. It's called bupropion. She's still on that today, but it helps with, I guess, to take those signs of depression or anything like that that may creep into a mental state, and kind of subsides those. And so we got her on those, we acknowledged it, but that, again, is an awakening on how difficult it is for a person that has recently been diagnosed.